Thank you for joining me for this 30-minute all levels vinyasa. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start on our backs, any comfortable position with your legs out long. So starting to make your way there, settling in wherever you are in space, in your day. Just taking this time, this 30 minutes for you. So find that comfortable position, ground yourself to this practice. Finding that breath. So inhale through the nose. Out through the mouth, let it go. Just letting your breath become rhythmic, easy, connected to yourself. Something I've been really focusing on lately, especially in my classes, is just understanding in the human experience that sometimes the day doesn't go exactly how we planned it to. Sometimes we wake up and, every day we plan to be joyful, to go out into the day with gratitude. But then some days, challenge after challenge kicks in and it throws us off course. And what our yoga practice does is it allows us to see that obstacle, those challenges, as the path. To see what tries to throw us off course, and then try to come back into the mind, into that stillness, to try to find a little peace. So that's all we're focusing on today, is when you come to a pose that maybe you find more challenging than others, or maybe it's the mind and the monkey mind thoughts won't go away. Come back to trusting your breath. Trusting this grounding energy that you can cultivate that's already inside of you. So we'll find this grounding breath here. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Breath in. Breath out. When you're ready, we'll find a full body stretch. Bring the legs out long and bring the arms up overhead. Deep breath, deep stretch. Inhale. And an exhale. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself that physical gratitude, wrapping your arms around the knees, maybe a sway here, side to side. Massaging that lower spine. Find that breath in and that breath out. We'll let both knees land over towards the right, settling the hips here. Maybe open up the arms like a T. Breathing through that chest here. Notice the sensations in your body. Maybe there's a little tightness, unsettlingness from the day. We'll come back to center, right to that other side, no rush. Both knees land over to the left. Finding that breath here. Good. We'll come back to center. Knees into the chest. Find that rock and roll forward and back, the length of your spine. We'll make our way to our hands and knees, top of the mat. No rush to make your way there. Find your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Neutral spine, cat-cow. Inhale, lower the stomach, lift the chin, breath in. Exhale, tuck the back, tuck the chin. So moving slow here. One more together. Inhale, low. Exhale, lift. Now find a couple of those movements on your own. Moving with your breath, starting to warm up that spine and connect a little bit deeper to that breath. Part of yoga that's so important is that we get to slowly warm up the body. In other workouts, maybe there's more of that fast pace right away. But by warming up slowly, we allow ourselves to trust our breaths, to trust and listen to what sensations come up and what we need. And that might differ with every single practice. We'll come back to that neutral spine. When you're ready from here, tuck the toes, start to lift the hips, press up and back, downward facing dog. So reaching that tailbone up towards the sky. First one here, pedal it out. Find a little movement in the feet. Notice the tightness, but also where you release. So expanding the ribs on the inhale. Maybe a sigh out the mouth on the exhale. One more breath in. Breath out. Just finding some stillness. Here you are. Present on your mat. Welcome to your practice, to this time for you, whatever that might be. Your next breath in, lift the heels. Bend the knees, slowly step all the way to the top of the mat, keeping the hips high as you travel forward. Once you get there, ragdoll, bend into the knees, let the chest hang on the thighs, grabbing opposite elbows, or if you'd like here, you can bring the hands right to the base of the neck, just gently pulling the head downwards. So finding that decompression in the spine, releasing here. Maybe a sway side to side. What can you let go of here? Not only physically, but the expectations of your practice, the need to be anywhere else. Just feeling every pose genuinely. Release the hands. Your next breath in, slowly rise. Feel each part of the spine as you lift. Good. Bring the arms up overhead. Find that full stretch. Breath in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Let it go. Halfway lift here, long spine. Reach the crown of the head forward, shoulders down and back. Breath in. Forward fold, exhale, hands plant, feet step back, high plank. Pause here, lower to the knees, untuck the toes, engage the core, elbows in by the sides, lower all the way down. Press into the feet, cobra, lift the chest, breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift up and back. So moving through those flows with our breath, one together. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step all the way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in, long spine. Forward fold, exhale. Rise on that inhale, big breath in. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Halfway lift. Forward fold, hands plant, feet step, high plank. Lower to the knees. Lower all the way down. Take your time. Cobra, inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog, press up and back. Just warming up that body, moving that energy. One more here. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step all the way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Rise, inhale, reach. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Forward fold, hands plant, feet step, high plank. Lower to the knees, lower down. Cobra, inhale, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog, press up and back. Noticing that energy, the breath starts to slowly increase. And we moved from that place of stillness to energy, just feeling that in your own body. From here, lift the right leg up towards the sky, opening up the knee. So bend into that knee, open up that right hip. Breath in, breath out. Back to three-legged dog. Inhale, square. Exhale, we'll step that right foot in between the hands. You can use that hand to move that leg through, but high on the back toes. On your inhale, crescent lunge will lift everything up. Chest, arms. Adjusting here. So strong in that back leg. Bend into that front knee so it's over the ankle. Square the hips. And then widen the arms so that you can breathe into the ribs. Pinkies in, thumbs out. Breath in. Breath out. Just finding that focus. How can you live in this pose, staying with that breath? From here, hands to heart. All we're doing, lower that back knee all the way down to the mat. Hands to those blocks if you have them, or support. Half split. Untuck the back toes. Straighten out into that right leg as the hips come back. So the right leg doesn't have to come all the way straight, but you want to feel the stretch in the back of that right hamstring. Find that long spine here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Coming back to that low lunge, just finding this dynamic flow. Lift the chest, breath in. Exhale, half split, straighten out into that right leg. Inhale, low lunge, come forward. Exhale, half split. Feel it, one more, breath in. Half split, exhale. Good. From here, coming forward, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and the blocks creep forward to find that standing split. We'll lift that left leg up towards the sky. Use those blocks for support to keep that spine a little bit more lifted. Squeeze that right glute. Lift the left leg just a bit more, but it doesn't really matter how high. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. From here, cross at the ankles. So that left foot comes to the outside of the right foot in this twisted forward fold. Let it go. On your inhale, rise all the way up. The feet stay the same. Hands to hips. Bring that right knee into the chest. Hover it, letting that balance kick on. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. That right foot steps to the back of the mat, adjusting here. So pressing the feet apart. That back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. And then bring those arms out to the sides. Find that breath. Finding that stillness again, to trust your breath, trust that challenge. Good. Keep that bent in the front knee. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. That left arm lifts. Inhale. On your exhale, straighten that front knee, keeping this reverse, coming into triangle pose. Chest comes forward, and that left arm comes inside of that left inner thigh. So don't come all the way down. Keep it high and lifted, opening up that chest here. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. As you reverse your triangle, breathe in. Star pose to the right. So toes out, heels in. Fill up the space on your mat here. Hands to hips. Toes come in, heels out, wide-legged forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Come forward and down. Hands can come down to the floor. Maybe you sway the hips a bit, side to side. Just feel it out here. Don't lose focus of your breath. Try to keep all of that intention there. Good. Find a halfway lift in this wide-legged forward fold. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Come back down. Pivoting all the way to the front of the mat. So we'll find a low lunge twist. Pivot on back both toes. That left arm lifts. Right arm stays down. Breathe in. On your exhale, hands come down. Remove the blocks if they're there. That left foot steps back. High plank. Lower to the knees. Lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Find that breath. Staying committed. From here, that left leg will lift. Three-legged dog. Breath in. Bend into that knee. Open up that left hip. One breath here. Breath out. Back to that three-legged dog. Inhale, square. Exhale, step that left foot between the hands. Take a couple moments to find it. High on the back toes. On your inhale, rise all the way up. Crescent lunge. Take your time. Settling in on this side. Adjust. Bend into the front knee. Square the hips. Strong in that back leg. Widen the arms. Pinkies in. Thumbs out. Find the breath. Finding all of that control in the body, but also the mind. Changing that conversation in your head to be a little bit more kind and focused. Good. Hands to heart. Slowly lower that back knee all the way down to the mat. Hands come down, half split on this side. Straighten out into that left leg. Hips come back. Maybe this is a little bit different than the other side. Maybe there's more tightness. So just feel it out. Taking the version of this pose that fulfills your body and no one else's. Another breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Find that dynamic flow. Come forward. Find that low lunge. Lift the chest. Breath in. Half split. Exhale. Straighten out into that left leg. Inhale. Low lunge. Come forward. Exhale. Half split. One more. Breath in. Come forward. Exhale. Half split. Good. As you come forward, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. The fingertips creep forward with the blocks if they're there, finding that standing split. Lift the right leg. Doesn't matter how high, but feeling that stretch in the back of that left leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Crossing at the ankles. That right foot comes outside of the left foot. Twisted forward fold. Let it go. Rise on your inhale. Breath in. That left knee comes into the chest. Hover it here. Breath in. Warrior two, that left foot steps slowly to the back of the mat. Opening up here, adjust, pressing the feet apart. That back foot's parallel to the back of the mat. Strong arms, strong breath. Finding these moments to recenter. Controlling the breath, the mind. Good. Keep that front knee bent. Reverse. Flip the front palm. Right arm lifts. Inhale. On your exhale, straighten that front knee. Coming forward to that triangle pose. Chest comes slightly forward. That right arm inside of that right inner thigh. Opening up that chest. Doesn't matter how far down. Try to keep that openness. Rolling that top shoulder back. One more breath in. Breath out. Reverse your triangle, right arm lifts. Star pose, exhale, opening up, toes out, filling up. And then hands to hips, wide-legged forward fold. The heels come out, toes in, hinge at the hips as the chest comes all the way down. Play here if you'd like. Maybe that twist, bringing that left arm high. Maybe you just hang, grabbing opposite elbows. You can find that twist on the other side. That right arm will lift. Notice what feels good. Good. Find that halfway lift here. Long spine. Reach the crown of the head high. Back to that wide-legged forward fold. Pivoting all the way to the front of the mat. Low lunge twist. So pivot on the back toes. Bring that right arm high this time. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. That right foot steps back. High plank. Lower to the knees. Lower all the way down. Cobra. Inhale. Lift. On your exhale, child's pose. Press back. Hips come back. Maybe the knees together or the knees wide. Whatever feels good. Start to settle in. Ground yourself back right to the mat, to this place of stillness. Good. Finding that breath again. So committing to overcoming those obstacles, sustaining in each one of those breaths. We'll come back to that tabletop, hands and knees. We'll meet here, find one cat-cow. Inhale, lower the stomach, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the back, tuck the chin. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift up. Your next breath in, lift the heels, bend the knees, step all the way to the top of the mat. Find that forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Rise on that inhale, reach up high. On your exhale, chair pose, bend into the knees, keeping that chest high. So this is a pose of equal strength, but also balance of relaxation. So you relax the shoulders, the face, but squeezing those inner thighs, engage that core. So we're finding an open arm twist. Bring that right arm behind. That left arm stays in front. Notice that spine as it moves. Breathe in. Breathe out. Can you slow down the sensations of your breath? Good. Come back to that chair pose. Back to center, arms high. On your exhale, twisting to the other side, the left arm behind, right arm in front. Full breath here. Breath out. How can you stay? 2 more breaths. Coming back to center, 1 more breath in. Forward fold. Exhale, let it go. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands plant, feet step, high plank. Last time, lower to the knees, lower all the way down. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, find that tabletop to remove the feet from one side, coming all the way down to our seats and onto our backs. So adjust however you'd like to get there. We'll bring our knees into our chests, coming all the way down, just like the beginning of practice. Give yourself a little hug here, sending gratitude for all the movement we just did. No matter how you felt it went. You showed up. You committed to overcoming any obstacles that came up. From here, it's just like the beginning of practice, but a little different. Figure 4 legs. Bring that left foot over the right thigh. Flex into that left foot. From here, we're stamping that left foot over to the right, landing the legs, but there's this twist. If this feels okay, you can bring that right arm, that right fingers, and press that left knee a little bit forward, feeling that deeper stretch. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat. Slowing down that breath. Good. Come back to center. Unravel the legs to that other side so that right foot comes over the left thigh. Flex into the right foot. Protect the knee joint. And then stamp that right foot over to the left. Let it land. Maybe press that right knee slightly forward, only if it feels good. It's when we come back to stillness that our mind wants to attach back to those recycled stories, ideas, thoughts. And it's here that we make that change. We change the conversation by either letting go of those habits, those ideas that don't serve us, or by just coming back to our breath, staying in the present. Come back to center, unravel the legs. Happy baby, open up the hips, grab the outsides of the feet, pressing the tailbone down into the mat. So there's a little bit of an element of play here, of joy, maybe that sway side to side. Another breath here, inhale. On your exhale, release the feet. Bring the feet all the way down to the bottom of the mat. Hands wherever they'd like to land today. So finding that resting pose, just like the beginning of practice. Find that breath. So for these last couple moments of class, let yourself just be present in your own body. Nowhere else to be. Find a full breath in. Out the mouth, let it go. Shavasana. Slowly come back to your breath. You can always stay as long as you need, but if you're with me, start to wiggle the fingers, the toes, find a little energy movement. And then we'll bring the knees into the chest. Take your time to roll over to one side, finding that bottom arm as a pillow. Taking all of those thoughts that we just created with us off of the mat, bringing that positivity into our life. We'll press up to a seat, hands to heart. Last final breath here together. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Hands to third eye. Sending love, sending gratitude to yourself for showing up on the mat today. The light in me honors the light in every single one of you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you guys could get something from this practice and you feel a little bit lighter afterwards. But thank you guys. I hope you have a good rest of your day and weekend. I'll see you again soon.